Hey y'all, it's Felix Fletcher here, and I know I'm a little late to the party on this one, but in today's video I'm going to be talking about Skyrim Anniversary for PlayStation 4. Now I know it's been out for a couple of months, but I just got done really playing it. My character's level 72 now. I played a vampire necromancer, which was really fun. So let's go through the top 10 pros, top 10 cons of Skyrim Anniversary Edition. So we'll start with the pros. Number 10, let's count them down. As a werewolf, you get to keep your armor on. So whenever you transform into a werewolf, it used to be in the old version of the game, it would unequip all of your armor and items, and it was really annoying. In this version, it seems to let you keep your equipment when you transform back. That is so awesome, and one was the main downfalls of being a werewolf. I've tried this on two characters. I thought it might be a glitch or something, but it actually worked on both characters, so I think this is a feature of it. So werewolves get to keep their armor when they transform back into a human. Number 9, pro number 9, bound arrows. So now you can summon arrows, so you don't have to carry around a bunch of arrows. It's a conjuration spell, I believe. At first I thought it was something you couldn't use all the time, but it's actually just takes magic points, which is super easy. So arrow management just got a lot easier. Make sure you get it. Make sure you actually use it, because I didn't actually even start using it, which was really stupid. I'm going to go over why later. But yeah, bound arrows, pretty cool spell. Pro number 8. So I want to talk about some of the new armors. There's an armor called Lord's Mail, which absorbs enemy health. It's like a heavy armor. That's a pretty cool looking piece of armor. There's a Champion's Quest. It'll get you for some new armor for the Civil War quest line. Both sides get some armor. The Skyrim people, what are they called? Stormcloaks, get a new set of armor, as do the Imperials. Both pretty cool looking. And there's the Spell Knight suit of armor, which also is heavy, I believe. So yeah, those are some pretty cool armors. Some of the good things about them is there's no level requirements, I don't think, for these quests, which means you can do them at really low levels. I did them with a super low level unarmed character, the Civil War one. It was pretty fun doing it at a low level and having some badass armor early on. All right, pro number 7 that I want to talk about. So it appears there's no more housestead attacks. It used to be in the game that you'd get attacked when you were at your homes that came with Hearthfire, like Highland Hall and Winstead Manor and Lakeview Manor. You get attacked by giants, wolves, bandits, and this could put your wife at risk. This could put your stewards and your housecarls at risks of dying, especially as you level up. That doesn't seem to be a feature of this game anymore. I didn't get attacked once at my house, which is it would have happened at some point. So it's nice to see that they took that out. Number 6, new crossbows. So my character was an archer. I don't know if you've seen my live stream videos of Skyrim, but she was an archer. They put in new crossbows. So you can make a Stalrim crossbow, you can make a silver crossbow. But you can also make a dragon bone crossbow, which was extremely powerful, and it might be a little too powerful. I think I killed Mirak in just a couple of hits with some bolts from a dragon bone crossbow that was legendary and enchanted with paralyze. So these new bows are awesome. Number 5, pro number 5, pets. Pets of Skyrim, another cool little quest. So now you can get pets for your house, and they're really quite dandy. They can follow you around and carry stuff apparently, but I just use them as like decorations for my house. So we got like, I believe a rabbit, you got a fox, you got a rat, you got a couple things, little bug type things, and a Nyx hound. So those are really cool looking. They help add more to your house. You can have one per house. Yeah, pets are really cool. I like them. Oh yeah, you can summon them too with the teleport spell. All right, pro number 4 that I want to talk about is backpacks. Oh my god, this should have been in the game all the time. Backpacks weigh 1 weight, which is very light, of course, and they increase the amount you can carry, and they don't really take up any kind of other armor slot besides the back slot. So this is so awesome, because in this game you always get encumbered, you have to go sell off. You can just pop on your backpack, and then you can carry just a little bit more before you have to go sell off. So backpacks are a great addition to this game. Pro number 3 that I want to talk about, one of my favorite things that was added is the Dark Seducer and Golden Saint armor and the related quests like Nerve Shatterer. Dark Seducer armor and the Golden Saint armor are some of my favorite armors from Oblivion. They're just sexy, they're cool looking. It was great to see them added in this game. So that whole update that included Dark Seducer, Golden Saint armor, Nerve Shatterer, Sword of Jugalag. What else comes with that creation? Madness armor. Oh yeah, that also looks pretty cool. And the Amber armor. So that little update was awesome. I like having Serana run around in the Dark Seducer armor. You'll see it in my videos. Really sexy, really cool armor. So glad to see that added. All right, pro number 2 I want to talk about is the new houses. Now these are awesome because you can get houses at even lower levels. They have almost no requirements, so they pretty much just give you a lot of these houses and you don't have to pay money for them. A lot of times you have to do a simple quest, which is ridiculous. One of them is you just cast flame magic on a little seal on the ground and you get the house. Houses in Skyrim are really important because you need a place to store all your junk before you can sell it off. So getting houses at low level is great. I got Bloodchill Manor. Personally, I'll talk more about that later, but it's a house for vampires. Really cool house that has potions of blood that'll help you feed as a vampire without having to actually feed on someone. There's a Gallows Hall, which also you can get a low level and gives you a Staff of Worms, which lets you cast Dead Thrall, which is a high level conjuration spell. You can cast that as a low level character, which is kind of I don't know, kind of devalues conjuration and using high level perks for conjuration and having that at a high level, but it's really awesome. That same house also lets you turn, I think, greater soul gems into black soul gems. So that house is awesome. There's Shadowfoot Sanctum, which was added to, what's that, Riften, the Thieves Guild area. There was a house added there. That one cost 7,500, I think. But yeah, there's Mirror Watch, which is kind of like a mage's house. Hide and Draw Hall, which is, there's like a warrior's house. So all of those houses are really cool. You can get them at low levels, so you don't have to. I know in past playthroughs I've had to move houses a couple of times because I'd start out with the starter house. This time you could probably just start with your in-game house and you'll never have to move all of your crap, which is really hard to do. But the backpack helps. All right, and the number 1 pro for Skyrim Anniversary Edition PS4 is mods. Now you can mod the game. I know PC players can mod, but I'm talking about consoles because I originally played this game on Xbox 360 and you couldn't use mods. So the mods I like is there was a revive spell. So if you accidentally kill an NPC, you can bring them back. I'm going to talk more about that in the cons. Because I accidentally killed somebody, and I didn't have this revive spell, because unfortunately if you use the mods you turn off achievements, so I was waiting to get all the achievements before I started experimenting with the mods. But there is a revive spell in case you accidentally kill an NPC and you just want to pop them back to life. That was one of the mods I thought was cool. And then the other cool mod that I was using is called the Cheat Room. So this actually got me one of the items that I missed by accidentally killing someone, which is the Amethyst Claw. It adds pretty much a bunch of items, some cheat items, some cool little spells and stuff. So the Cheat Room is definitely a cool mod. I didn't experiment with the other ones, but it was still really cool to be able to do that. All right, y'all. Well, next I'll talk about the cons. 10 cons for the Skyrim Anniversary Edition. All right, so let's go down the list of cons for Skyrim Anniversary, starting with number 10. Amulets of the Divine. Why are these things so hard to find? You need 3 of each to do all the houses as a Hearthfire. And really, that is kind of overkill for building houses, but there's one of the achievements for it. So I know you don't have to have the amulets for the achievement, but still. If you want to build all the shrines, you're going to need 3 of each Amulet of the Divine. Apparently, you used to be able to get these in Radiant Raiment by buying them from the shopkeep there. I tried over and over, tried the reset shopkeeper trick. I tried waiting for days. These amulets no longer appear in their inventory, so that might be an anniversary change. If it is, it's a sucky one, because I couldn't find, at the end of the day, I couldn't find another Amulet of Julianos. So yeah, that kind of upset me. I looked all over for those stinking amulets. Start collecting them early on. I mean, I did, but I still ended up needing a couple and I never found them. So, all right. Con number 9, dragons. Now, this latest playthrough, I waited as long as I could to add dragons to my world, which was awesome because I got a lot done without them bothering me. But I think if you beat Alduin, you should be able to either get the dragons to stop spawning or at least restrict them to dragon roosts. I think that would be a really cool concept. You don't get anything for killing Alduin, and I think that would be an awesome thing if you could prevent them from spawning all over the map as like a reward, because the dragons get old and you're trying to do stuff and they just start show up and bothering you. I understand that's the main part of the game is to fight dragons, but they could still like restrict them to dragon roosts so that you could still fight them and not have them bothering us all the time, because at the end of the day eventually you'll get all the dragon bones and scales you'll need, and you'll have over 100 dragon bones and scales. What are you going to do with them? And eventually you'll get all the shouts and you won't need dragon souls anymore. So I think that you should be able to restrict dragon spawning, and it would improve the game a lot. Con number 8, the Nordic Jewelry Edition. So it's kind of cool, the Nordic Jewelry. I like how it looks, but the reason this is a con to me is it only comes in one color. If you're going to add new jewelry, why not add in a bunch of different colors? Like, let's say use gold metal instead when you create it. It could be like a different color, like more golden than the silver color comes in. That's a missed opportunity in my mind. They should have just added it in several different colors to give us more options. If you're going to go to the trouble to add a new jewelry, why not just add it in a bunch of different colors as well, so it matches more people's outfits? Con number 7, Buggy Hearthfire. What is it with Hearthfire and why they haven't fixed it? When I was building house additions, it would keep asking me to rebuild the same structures over and over and over. I'd leave the workbench. It would have me build things I already built. This is really frustrating because I realized it does use the materials again. If you build something over and over and over, it'll keep using the materials, and some of those materials are annoying to get, like the goat horns or the saber teeth. So be careful if you're building stuff with Hearthfire. A lot of the time it'll have you using the same items to build the same things over and over and over. And I don't know why they can't fix that, because that is crummy. Con number 6, races. Why can't we get some more spouses in different races like Khajiit? I couldn't get a Khajiit spouse for my Khajiit character. Like, there should at least be a couple options for each race, especially now with mods. Why? Well, it may be available with mods. Let me know if it is, but I think they should have spouses for each race and gender. Also, I think they should have children for each race and gender. Like, why can't we have a Khajiit child? It's a little weird for like a Khajiit person to have this little white kid running around. Like, they should have really expanded on that. That would have been a worthwhile addition to give us more role-playing options for our spouses and children. So I think they should have added those races and other genders as well to the spouses and children. Con number 5, crashes. When I was playing on Xbox 360, this game really didn't crash at all that I can remember. But the PlayStation 4 version crashed and crashed. Error occurred. And one thing that really seemed to make it crash a lot was the Lord's Mail creation that absorbs armor or hit points from enemies. This armor is really buggy for some reason and caused my game to crash a bunch. So I don't think this game should crash at all, though. Especially since this is an updated edition. Why is this game crashing at all? Oh yeah, it's Skyrim. And that leads to con number 4. The quest management is also buggy. Like the quest that Greta gives you in Solitude, if you pick up Tal's Amulet, that quest is going to be buggy as hell. And of course I did it, I forgot. And even though I was able to get the amulet to drop, I still have that crummy quest in my miscellaneous section that I can never get rid of, even if I kill Greta. So I just hate those little miscellaneous quests that you can't empty out of your quest log. There's also a creation quest that gets you dragon scale armor in some sort of tower. I think it's a crow something quest. I meant to look it up ahead of time. But that quest was always buggy. The body at the end of the quest isn't there, so I can never complete that quest. And apparently you have to uninstall all the creations and reinstall it to get it to be fixed. But I didn't want to go to all that trouble. So what's with these buggy's quests, like especially the Talos amulet one? Why couldn't that have been fixed in this updated edition? That's been around for a long time, so I think they should have had an option to fix that. And I also got another miscellaneous quest that was a report to the Jarl of Whiterun that I got while doing the Blades quest for some reason, and there's nothing I can do to get rid of that one. And I kind of like to be a completionist and get those quest logs cleared out, and you can't do it because they're bugged. Con number 3. Area of effect arrows. Sounds like a cool thing. They had lightning, ice, and fire arrows, but my character started using them automatically in Myric's quest in the Dragonborn DLC, and I was fighting a lurker at the Windstone, and I just started using the lightning arrows. They just came on. I didn't realize they did area of effect damage. And they killed Dior Woodcutter, which is an important NPC needed for a very specific quest to get the Battle Fury shout. Unfortunately, I progressed past Myric's quest, and before I realized that Dior Woodcutter, I accidentally killed him, and I could never do that quest. So I don't like that it didn't seem to explain that these were area of effect arrows. I just thought they did elemental damage. Don't use them, just get rid of them. You're going to accidentally kill someone with them, and then you can't go back. So area of effect arrows, yeah, they probably hurt your followers and stuff too. I don't like them. They ruined my save. At least that was the only thing I missed in the whole game, was the Battle Fury shout and the ability to do stall rim. But still, I didn't like that. I was pretty upset that these area of effect arrows accidentally killed an important NPC. Alright, con number 2. Buggy Houses. The houses are so cool, and they're one of the things that you want to customize and do, but they're so buggy. Like, for example, the Hearthfire houses, they reset every so many days, and your items fly off the wall. Like Volendrung, Skull of Corruption, and Ebony Blade, I like to put my Daedric artifacts on the wall. They just fly off the wall and end up on the ground. I don't know if they ever disappear, but it's very uncomfortable knowing you have to keep visiting your houses and picking up items that have flown off the wall. Like, why can't we fix our houses so that things aren't flying off the walls? Like, it's kind of an important thing. Bloodshill Manor, at first, I thought it was such a cool house, but there's a place to store dragon claws, and they also all fly off the wall. So you have to go and pick them up every time the house resets. It's really annoying. And just kind of a crummy thing that you can't get the houses to work. Also in Bloodshill Manor, I thought I could just put stuff on the wall and take it off. Now I can't take off the weapons and stuff that I've placed, because if I do, I can't get the angle or whatever to get items back on the wall. So it's really disappointing. You can't decorate, because I just have to leave the stuff that I originally chose to go there, because I can't place new stuff. And also the Dawn Guard part, Zephyr, also falls off the wall. So yeah, buggy houses, fix the houses. And that leads to con number 1. My least favorite thing about Skyrim Anniversary is more about housing. Why can't we use display cases? There's all these display cases in the game. Why can't we put daggers and stuff in them, like hides? Why can't you actually use the display cases that are added? This seems like an obvious thing, like to give us more customization. Why can't we customize our stewards? You can't put armor on them. I wanted to have my stewards and housecarls running around in Golden Sane armor. Even if you use the Perfect Touch perk and steal their armor, they put on their default armor. You should be able to change their armor so you have like customized stewards and housecarls, as well as your wife. You should be able to change your wife's clothes. I wanted Janessa to be in the Dark Seducer armor, walking around. But even if you steal their armor, they always end up putting their default armor back on, no matter what. I think this is just an obvious thing that we should be able to do, and considering that they keep their weapons equipped, you can at least customize their weapons, but why can't you just customize their armor? It would be so cool if you could, and that's a really disappointing thing. So yeah, those little customization things, I think there should be a mod to let you customize your house to where you can use display cases to actually display stuff, right? Someone let me know if there is a mod that lets you update decorating your house or your stewards or your wife, because I'd really like to have those neat little art role-playing elements in the game, because the customization is what makes it fun with housing. So yeah, that's my top 10 pros and cons for Skyrim Anniversary Edition for PlayStation 4. Some things I know I didn't cover include survival mode. I didn't even try it. Not interested in making the game challenging in that respect. So let me know what y'all thought about survival mode if you tried it. Also, fishing, I haven't tried it. I plan on trying it. I really don't like fishing in games. It feels like just like a time waster. But I really did enjoy fishing in Terraria, actually. That's the one game I enjoyed fishing in because it seemed pretty simple to get the rewards, and just took a few clicks to actually get what you wanted. So also in relation to that, I didn't use the aquariums in the house. So if anyone's used those, let me know what you think about fishing and survival. And I'll stop it there. We'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe if you want to. And thanks for watching.